I'm Patricia Silva with your SCV NewsBreak for Monday, August 21st. A once-in-a-century solar experience took place Monday. From about 9 to 11 in the morning Monday, the moon moved in front of the sun. Throughout Santa Clarita, from classrooms, libraries, and playgrounds, students tried to catch a safe glimpse of the phenomenon. On Saturday, dozens of people gathered in Newhall to celebrate the legacy of the old Saugus Speedway, its racers, and its crew. Take a look.
For decades, the Saugus Speedway was the go-to place for entertainment. Now, the old drivers and crew of the famous speedway gather every year to relive their past.
This is a get-together of all of the old race car drivers from Saugus Speedway back in the early 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s. For the younger ones. So we get to reminisce over what we used to be, all the fun we used to have.
Let me tell you what happened is I have these old men that I went to work for about 1961 and 4 years ago, and I said, I'm going to have a little party for them. And I was thinking just hamburgers and a couple beers and at my yard.
This year's celebration had more to it than just a reunion. It was a chance to celebrate a few birthdays and achievements in racing.
Bill Foster and Sam Stanley is who the birthday party is for. That's where I started off with it, you know. Bought him a cake and stuff. Ron Hornaday, who's the only driver from California that's in NASCAR's Hall of Fame.
But each year, the goal is the same, to celebrate the speedway, the racers, and the love of the sport.
And Saugus Speedway meant a lot to people who were in that sort of thing. It was good, clean entertainment. You could bring your family. There was a family section here. It was just plain fun.
It meant everything in the world. Couldn't wait for Saturday night for a lot of years. And my wife and kids eventually got to a point where they liked it too.
For SCV TV, I'm Mitchell Braxton.
We're going to take a quick break, but when we come back, see what's filming in SCV. Plus, heads up, learn about Santa Clarita's new safety campaign after the break.
Hey George, there's breaking news.
AM 1220 KHTS. I'm George Cummings with breaking news here in the Santa Clarita Valley. It turns out we have an emergency situation going on.
Ready in 5, 4. Breaking news from the Santa Clarita Valley. There's an emergency situation happening in Saugus right now, and our news crew is on the scene with more information.
Welcome back. There are lots of shows, films, and even student projects filming in Santa Clarita this week. Here's more. Heads up, Santa Clarita. That's the message the city wants to send to drivers and pedestrians. A Santa Clarita driver safety campaign called Heads Up is starting this week to combat distracted driving and increase pedestrian safety. In partnership with the Santa Clarita Valley Sheriff's Station, the Santa Clarita campaign will educate drivers and pedestrians on crosswalk and roadway safety in an effort to reduce the number of pedestrian accidents, vehicle collisions, injuries, and fatalities. The city had about 750 incidents in the first 6 months of the year, and our city officials would like to see that number go down significantly. Now looking at weather, Monday saw highs in the 80s and overnight lows are expected to drop into the high 50s. The rest of the week is going to be mostly clear with a few clouds here and there. Highs are expected to stay in the low 90s and overnight lows are expected to drop to the low 60s. That's all for your SCV News Break. For more local news, you can log on to hometownstation.com or scvnews.com. Thanks for watching. I'm Patricia Silva.